Hi everyone, welcome back to Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking berries one story at a time. Today I bring to you episode 21 with the story Something from Nothing, written by Phoebe Gilman. Now, a little bit of a story behind this is that I actually read this book when I was younger. My mother actually read it to me as like a bedtime story. It was translated into the language which I speak at home, and the story just always stood out to me from the rest of the other picture books I read. Whether it be the pictures, the visuals, the illustrations, or like the meaning and the moral behind the story. And still to this day, I remember what the story is about, and it will be an honor, a really great pleasure for me to bring the story to you as well and to share it with you. So hopefully you enjoy it as much as I did when I was younger and even now when I read it. So of course, without further ado, let's get into the story. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket. But as Joseph grows older, the blanket becomes tattered and worn. "Throw it out," cries Joseph's mother. Luckily, Grandpa is an extraordinary tailor. He can fix anything. And so, with a snip, snip, here and a few stitches there, Grandpa transforms the treasured blanket into a jacket, a vest, a Sabbath tie, a handkerchief, and finally a beautiful button. But when the button is lost, even Grandpa can't help. After all, how can you make something from nothing? In a rich and loving portrait of shtetl life, Phoebe Gilman presents a traditional Jewish folktale about family love and ingenuity that will warm the hearts of readers young and old. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket to keep him warm and cozy and to chase away bad dreams. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful blanket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your blanket. It's frazzled, it's worn, it's unsightly, it's torn. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the blanket and turned it round and round. "Mmm," he said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful jacket." Joseph put on the wonderful jacket and went outside to play. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful jacket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your jacket. It's shrunken and small. It doesn't fit you at all. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the jacket and turned it round and round. "Hmm," he said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful vest." And Joseph wore the wonderful vest to school the very next day. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful vest grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your vest. It's spotted with glue and there's paint on it too. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the vest and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out, and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful tie." And Joseph wore the wonderful tie to his grandparents' house every Friday. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful tie grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your tie. This big stain of soup makes the end of it droop. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the tie and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful handkerchief." And Joseph used the wonderful handkerchief to keep his pebble collection safe. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful handkerchief grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your handkerchief. It's been used till it's tattered, it's splotched, and it's splattered. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the handkerchief and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful button." And Joseph wore the wonderful button on his suspenders to hold his pants up. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, where is your button?" Joseph looked. It was gone. He searched everywhere, but he could not find it. Joseph ran down to his grandfather's house. "My button, my wonderful button is lost." His mother ran after him. "Joseph, listen to me. The button is gone, finished, kaput. Even your grandfather can't make something from nothing." Joseph's grandfather shook his head sadly. "I'm afraid that your mother is right," he said. The next day, Joseph went to school. He said, as his pen went scritch, scratch over the paper. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful story." Well, that is the end of the book. I really hope you enjoyed it. As much as I did enjoy reading it, I just think the moral of the story is just so well written and expressed in this book, and that just because something may seem to be lost at first, it could be really a blessing in disguise. Well, for Joseph, he's able to find his way to write a book or a story about it, to make a wonderful story out of this blanket that he used to have and the journey he went through with it till he lost his buttons. You also see the family of the mice, who actually is still using the materials that's left behind. Well, once again, I really hope you enjoy the story, and I cannot wait to see you in our episode next in Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking barriers one story at a time. I'll see you later. Goodbye for now.